Hey there everybody, welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today we are checking out the SOG Gov-Tac. And the reason that we're just going to do a tabletop, usually I would do, a full-blown field test with this knife, is because as this video is being posted August 26th of 2013, this knife is discontinued. I just found that out. I purchased it, assuming that, hey, I'll do a review, it'll be awesome. And as I was doing some more of my research after having purchased it, I found out that SOG has now discontinued it. It's not on their website any longer, and they do not make the Gov-Tac. So if you are seeing this review or you've been thinking about it, you need to purchase this knife immediately. The supplies that are out there are going to be going very quickly, and you need to purchase it very quickly. Otherwise, before you know it, they're going to probably double in price, and they're going to be very hard to find. You're only going to be able to find used ones. So with that being said, right now I just checked as of, again, 2013, in August of 2013, the cheapest one was the bead blasted. This is the tiny or tinny finish. The bleed blasted one was $100 on eBay, was the cheapest, and then these were going for about $130. And then on Amazon they were going for right around $90 to $125, just depending on the model. So there are still some supplies out there, but I know they're going to be going quickly, and I bet you by the time we hit about 2014, these will be almost impossible to find or very expensive. So I just wanted to give you some basic specs, my overall feeling and thoughts of this knife, so that you can make a good purchase and possibly pick up an awesome blade prior to it becoming almost extinct. So I'll give you some basic specs here. We're looking at a knife that is made out of AUS 8 steel, Rockwell hardness 57 to 58. It is a Japanese steel put together in Taiwan. We've got an overall blade length here of 6.1 inches with an actual cutting edge right along here of 5.5 inches. It is a hollow grind from what I can tell. It is cut in just ever so slightly. It is a very shallow hollow grind. And it's just razor sharp. And what's awesome is that SOG does an amazing job with their heat treatment. They heat it up to a certain temperature and then they freeze it. So this has a very, very good edge retention. SOG makes some of the best AUS 8. I love it for what they do and put together out on the market. I mean, it's just awesome. So you got an amazing kind of classic buoy design here with a little bit of a drop point. Awesome. Again, like I said, razor sharp. You got kind of these grooves in here, Gov-Tac on one side. Again, this is the tinny finish or tiny finish. You can get these with a bead blasted satin finish kind of looking thing as well. So it is great. As well as the overall length is 11.4 inches. So from tip, the back of the handle here, this pommel, to the tip. The thickness on the blade is 3/16, so you're going to get a really nice thick blade there. You can see it doesn't have an unsharpened swedge, which is a really big plus. Most of SOG's knives are definitely in that buoy clip point design. This is a drop point, so it's nice and thick, so you're going to be able to get your batoning done really well, and it's not going to damage your knife, say, as much as some other, it's not going to damage your batoning stick that you're hitting the knife with as much as maybe some other knives on the market. You got this really nice set of jimping. You can see that there right along the spine, which is amazing, awesome. I love that. And this is just great. If I'm holding it here in this kind of format, you can see, got plenty of room to spare. I wear large size gloves, fits my hand well. You got that finger choil, so you can choke up, get right there on the jimping, and then begin to go to town and really begin to use the knife, which is awesome. It's very comfortable. It doesn't bother my hand, and actually you can even do this without using the finger choil. And this guard, I was kind of worried maybe this guard would get in the way, but SOG does a great job of kind of making that upper guard shorter and then the lower one a little bit deeper. So, and this is stainless steel, this guard as well. It's not some sort of cheap Kraton or plastic. This is stainless steel, which is really nice. But you can really choke up there that they gave you that finger choil and really get in and begin to do your detailed carving, whittling. And this is going to be a great soldier knife. If you guys are going overseas, to defend your country, or you're just looking for a self-defense knife or whatever, the tip and the tactical, just implications that this knife offers you is awesome. Going to be fantastic. So you are going to be able to definitely defend yourself as well as do that slicing, cutting, whittling, carving. It's going to do a great job with that. Then you got your Kraton handle, which is awesome with some gray kind of color there. Pops a little bit into this pommel with a lanyard hole, so you can definitely get your chopping going. This knife weighs in at 9 I want to make sure I get it right. 9.6 ounces. The knife itself is 9.6 ounces, which is right there in the same, area as, say, the Cold Steel SRK. Very similar, in my opinion, to the Cold Steel SRK. And in fact, you're going to get a ½ inch more cutting edge than the Cold Steel SRK. And if you're going to ask me, hey, which one you want, the SRK or this Gov-Tac, I would actually go with the Gov-Tac. I've used the SRK, not a bad knife, but this Gov-Tac just lends itself, in my opinion, to, I just like how I gravitate to it, that it gives me the actual designated finger choil, just everything about it. It doesn't have the unsharpened swedge up here, so it's going to baton a little bit better. I get the ½ inch longer cutting edge. You do get the pommel back here, and what's nice is that, let's see if you can see that here, if I can get it to come into focus. This has a flathead screwdriver. It's not really coming into focus here. There we go. This has a flathead screwdriver bit right there, so if this ever did loosen up on you, or you did, find over years, that it kind of started to loosen up, you could just tighten out the flathead screwdriver instead of, say, some of the other SOG models like the Tech Buoy and Recon Buoy that have a really kind of special two-teeth design screw that if it ever loosened up on you, you'd basically be screwed and you'd have to send it back to SOG. This one, you could just use a flathead screwdriver, put some Loctite on if it ever did loosen up on you, and you'd be good to go. But again, with that handle, awesome, feels very good, warm to the touch, and it's going to fill out your hand really well. You can see there I have large size gloves and I got plenty of room to spare. Finally, going on here to the sheath, Kydex sheath, really well designed with that out. I want to make sure I get this one right too. American Sportsman's Products patented little clip here. So basically you just pop this sucker, the lever opens up, slides open, you would put it on your belt or possibly some type of molly gear, click it back into place, you're good to go with that nice rubber right here to hold the knife into place as well. You got a couple different lashing points. You could run paracord if you wanted to, and you can unscrew this top one and then rotate it down and lock it into place, so you could wear this horizontal along your back or along your hip somewhere if you did want to do that. And I love these particular Kydex type of sheaths that SOG provides for us. Clicks into place. Got a little bit of rattle. That's mostly just the retention strap right there holding it into place, but you can see really nice with that button, really nice, and then you can pop that open. It's kind of rubber, so it's going to last longer than, say, your nylon lashing points, and then you easily slide the blade out, boom, and you're good to go and begin to use your knife. So an overall, guys, home run. I really regret that I couldn't do a field test on this thing. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to keep it just because of how awesome it is and how I go through knives. I go through knives like crazy. I think there might be someone out there who will appreciate the blade more. I haven't quite decided if I'll sell it or not. But if I don't and I just do decide to keep it, I will do a field test coming up in the future. But I just wanted to show this to you. This is a home run. I would say I would take it over an SRK by Cold Steel any day of the week. I would highly recommend picking up this blade. I love the look of it. I love what it offers you. Just in all the fit and feel, this blade, I mean, obviously, in only a minute or two of, being able to play with it for an afternoon before posting this video so I can help you guys out and really give you kind of an alert, a warning, hey, heads up, that this thing is discontinued. You want to pick it up now for around between 80 and 100 bucks. I say that this thing is totally worth it, and even higher if you love SOG knives. Finally, just kind of show you here, put it in perspective a little bit. I have a full-size K-bar. Just going to put that sucker, see if I can get them both in the frame here for you. Just so you can see, I'll line those guards up. Your K-bar, you're going to get about an inch more of length. The SOG is actually thicker than your normal K-bar in its stock. The K-bar is a slightly thinner knife. The craton on the SOG is definitely going to be a little bit more comfortable than, say, the leather on the K-bar, and you can definitely choke up with that finger choil and get on that jimping on the SOG, whereas with the K-bar, this handle guard kind of tends to get in the way if you're going to do more whittling, carving, detailed work to kind of start a fire. So I just want to kind of show you that to you as well. Very similar to a K-bar, just a stainless steel and very high quality in my opinion. The not the Cold Steel, no way. This is the SOG Gov-Tac. If I were you and you're liking what you're seeing, pick one up while you can. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.